In this tutorial, we will obtain hexahedral structured meshing of a 3D wing using ICEM CFD. This tutorial is meant for viewers with no prior knowledge of this software. Every step is explained comprehensively. Let's start. First, set mouse settings that you are familiar with. Go to Mouse Binding and Settings from Main menu. By default, left button is for translational movement, middle for zoom, and right for rotation. You can change them however you like. You can also change the number of processors used for meshing from General Settings in menu. Turn on points, curves, and surfaces from Geometry branch available in Display Tree. The first step should be to name fluid domain and boundary conditions. Go to Create Body in Geometry tab, name it as Fluid. Select 2 points such that their middle lies inside the fluid domain. Name all boundary conditions by creating new part from Display Tree. You can toggle your selection between points, edges, surfaces, or volume from Selection toolbar. Select the face with left mouse button and then press middle button to complete it. Again, left mouse button for selection, middle for confirmation. If you need to translate or rotate the geometry for selection, press F9 to go to dynamic mode. In this mode, you cannot make any selection but can move the geometry easily. Keep switching between selection and dynamic mode using F9. The first step in blocking is block initialization. Go to Blocking tab and click on Create Block option. Initialize a block around the fluid domain using the Initialize option. A block has been made around the domain. Using the Move Vertex option in Blocking tab, we can move vertices associated with any block. Here you can clearly see the initialized block that surrounds the domain. Press right mouse button to undo movement of these vertices to their original position. In step 2, we split the block to map the geometry. Go to Split Block option in Blocking tab. Keep the default options. Select one of the upstream or downstream edges with left mouse button. With left button pressed, move the position of cut close to the wing end, but not too close. Similarly, make a split perpendicular to flow. What we are doing is surround the wing with a single block by multiple splitting. Split it again. And again. And again. We have obtained a block that surrounds the wing. Now we will create an O-Grid around the wing. Go to Split option in Blocking tab. Select O-Grid option. First, select the block that surrounds the wing. Select the outer face. Click Apply. A block inside the block has been created. We will attach the edges of this new block to the curve of wing ends, outside edges to outside airfoil curve, and inside curve to the inside curve. This is done by association. Select Association option from Blocking tab. Choose second option of Edge to Curve Association. Select all edges of block with left mouse button. Press middle mouse button for confirmation. Select the corresponding airfoil curve and press middle button for confirmation. Repeat the same procedure for the other end. Go to Move Vertices in Block tab, keep the current settings and select the edges of inner block. Because of the edge and curve associated we made earlier, these vertices will only move along the associated curve. This is the advantage of associating edges and curves prior to moving the vertices. After the vertices have been moved to desired location, go to the last option in Blocking tab. We are going to delete the inner block associated with the wing as we do not want to create mesh inside the wing. Mesh will be created only in the areas where blocks are present. Right-click on the Edges branch in Display Tree and turn Bunching on. This will display the direction of each edge and the number of nodes on them. Go to Pre-Mesh Parameters options in Blocking tab. Select the third option to assign number of nodes to each edge. Select one of the edges and ensure that Copy Parameter to All Parallel Edges option is on. Give the desired number of nodes. For this edge, we want smaller nodes closer to the wing. For this, use Linear Mesh Law. Here the direction of edges will come into play. Decrease mesh density at the start of edge. This will bunch nodes closer to the wing. Click Apply to copy parameters to all parallel edges. Keep repeating the same procedure for other edges around the wing. Click on Pre-Mesh branch in Display Tree under Blocking. Click on Yes to update the mesh. Here we can see that a fine mesh has been made around the wing. Right-click on the pre-mesh and select Solid and Wire option to view mesh as solid volumes. The rest of the domain was not given edge sizing. That is why only one or two elements were formed there. Give edge sizing to the rest of the domain. Try to ensure that edge sizing does not increase abruptly at any edge. Use variable node density for this. Keep giving edge sizing until no edge is left. Regenerate the mesh from Pre-Mesh option. Click on Yes. Structured mesh has been obtained throughout the domain, but we could improve the mesh density variation in the domain by moving some of the vertices. Disable Pre-Mesh. Go to Move Vertex option in Blocking tab. We want this vertex to only move in the Z-axis. Check the Fix X and Fix Y options to restrict motion in those directions. This way, the node will only move in Z-axis. This could be simplified if we associate the edges to the boundaries of domain. Hence, the node will only move along the boundary. We could obtain better quality nodes if we orient this edge parallel to the edge of wing. For this, restrict motion in Y and Z axis. Move all the nodes parallel to each other. This is the power of ICEM. Any node in the domain can be moved to improve the mesh without having to change the geometry in the CAD software. Turn off bunching and regenerate the mesh. Node distribution and size. Element size variation is much better than before. To look at mesh distribution inside the domain, turn pre-mesh off. Right-click on pre-mesh and select Scan Planes. Click on Select and select the edge perpendicular to which we need the mesh. Mesh has been created in a plane in the middle of selected edge and perpendicular to it. We can create more than one scan planes. Uncheck all branches under Geometry and Display Tree to get a clear view. Mesh is final. Save the project. Go to the last tab named Output Mesh. Ensure that ANSYS Fluent has been selected as the solver. In the second option, we can assign boundary conditions to different name selections. This step is not necessary, but it helps a lot in Fluent setup later. Click on Create New and assign appropriate boundary condition to each named selection. Now you can connect a Fluent setup with it or save the mesh separately as a mesh file. That's it for now. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching.